Look at the weather.
It's beautiful here.
Non-stop rain.
Oh, man, it is a blazer out there.
It's cold and it's shivery.
It is cold.
It's really coming down here.
I really enjoy your weather reports.
From the All Indiana Podcast Network, we're talking weather in a whole new way. From historical events to what's coming up, plus weather news, science, safety, fun facts, and more.
I like where this is going.
This is Weather Weekly. Weather Weekly with Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Marcus Bailey.
Episode 138 of Weather Weekly. Good to be with you here, meteorologist Marcus Bailey from Wish TV in Indianapolis, Indiana. Hopefully you had a fantastic weekend. We are still kind of raining out. Man, do we have some heavy rain? I know, at least in my house, several days during this past week. And may still have a lot of action here, at least early on, with the potential for some showers and thunderstorms. But we do have some drying out periods. If you didn't get a chance to sneak in that mow or anything like that, you're going to have some opportunities this week. So we're going to talk about that forecast, and we're going to look at where we stand with the rain as well. We've done pretty well. And now we're kind of getting to a point where you need to take a little maybe of a timeout in terms of the rain because we are running overly saturated. We'll talk about that week ahead forecast for the week of August 14th, 2023. That's coming up next here on Weather Weekly. All right, it's the week ahead, August 14th, 2023. Good to be with you here as we kick off this week. And we are starting this podcast off early in the morning. What I've been monitoring is some of the rain that's going to be heading our way here for the day today. And I think what's going to end up happening here is you're probably going to get it in a couple of waves is what it appears. All right. So for your Monday, the 14th, we're going to go with scattered showers and storms. And I think it's going to be kind of consistent, widespread rain, basically along and south of the I-74 corridor as we go deeper on into the morning hours. So mid to late morning is what it appears. And then we may catch a little bit of a break. All right. And if we get a little bit of sunshine kind of peeking out here a little bit, we may kind of juice up the atmosphere a little bit with this cold front that's going to be sneaking through later this afternoon. That could spark a few thunderstorms. I think the second wave that we have coming in the afternoon is going to be much more isolated, so not as widespread. But because, if we get a little bit of that sunshine, it could strengthen or enhance that chance of maybe getting a strong storm or two. There's going to be some spin in the atmosphere, so damaging wind is going to be a threat, and we can't rule out maybe a quick spin up of a tornado. There is a marginal risk for severe weather. Again, it's basically going to come with the afternoon storm threat. But again, it's very conditional. A lot of it's going to rely on, do we get some sunshine to kind of fuel up the air? So just something to be aware of as we head into the afternoon hours. Tonight then, or for your Monday night rather, so heading into the overnight hours and into the 15th, I think we're going to clear out any significant rain chances. We're going to be cloudy. We're going to be cooler. We're going to be less humid as the cold front moves through. There may be some post-frontal sprinkles. Nothing real measurable overnight. Lows down to around 62 here in the metro, which means there could be some areas that do slip into the upper 50s, believe it or not. Tuesday the 15th. Kind of cloudy to start. I think we're going to be left with a lot of cloud cover for much of your Tuesday. There could be a sprinkle or two. Again, nothing real measurable. 75 is what I'm going to go for a high here in Indianapolis. Now, the rest of the week, pretty quiet, and we're going to warm. So let's head into the 16th. Wednesday morning, you're going to have numbers into the mid and upper 50s when you wake up. So a good morning to have those windows open. Sunshine throughout the day. It should be a bit warmer with a high of around 80. Thursday, the 17th, we'll go overnight lows into the low 60s. A partly cloudy sky. There is a spotty rain chance and highs in the low 80s. Friday, the 18th, low 60s in the morning. 83 for your high. Sunshine should be a very pleasant end of the work week. It is week number 1 of high school football in the state of Indiana. Hard to believe, but it should be wonderful weather for all the games kicking off. Probably looking at kickoff temperatures on that Friday into the mid and upper 70s. So it's going to be quite comfortable. enjoy that because we're going to be dialing up the heat the 19th on Saturday. Now, not a bad start. Low to mid 60s when you wake up in the morning, but sunshine and a high of 88 Saturday. And it's going to be a little bit muggy too as we start going into your Saturday. Sunday, as we go into, it'll be the 20th, upper 60s in the morning, a high of 90 on Sunday. And then Monday, not much better on the 21st, back to work and school, low 70s in the morning, 91 for your high under a partly cloudy sky. So we are probably stuck with the heat for a little while, and there's some hints, and we'll talk about this after the break, but there are some hints that we're probably going to be talking about 90s, probably at least through the middle of next week. So long way from being done with summer temperatures for sure. We'll have that 8 to 14 day outlook and wrap things up here coming up next on Weather Weekly. All right, let's put the wraps on this first. Did want to hit up the drought monitor that was updated last Thursday. And something that's important to note here, gang, and I feel like I'm a broken record, but if you're new to the podcast, the drought monitor is actually completed by the Climate Prediction Center. Excuse me. It's done on a Tuesday, every Tuesday, but it's not released to the public until Thursday. And last week we did have some areas that picked up some really heavy rain on Wednesday night, my house included. I got about 2 inches of rain, and there were a lot of areas that picked up anywhere between 1 to 2 inches of rain. So with that being said, there's still moderate drought for parts of Marion County, Hendricks, northern Morgan, southern Boone, southwestern Hamilton. And it stretches all the way into western Indiana and then just kind of abnormally dry for the northern metro. I would expect that, considering all the rain that we picked up, not just Wednesday, but then it was kind of intermittent at the end of the week and parts of the weekend too, that there won't be many areas left that will be under the drought, even abnormally dry, to be honest with you. So it'll be interesting to see. Next podcast, we'll give you an update on that. But I don't see, with all of the rain that we have picked up as of late, that we're going to see much drought conditions anywhere. We're at 211 right now, 2.11 inches of rainfall for the month. That puts us about 0.8 to the positive. And compared to last year, we had 1.74 inches. So we're a little ahead of schedule there. Since June 1st, remember June was crazy dry, 9.58 inches of rain. We're now down 1.1 inch of rainfall. So we have really caught up. Last year at this time, 6 inches of rainfall. Forecast for the next 7 days. Nothing too significant, only about a half an inch to an inch of rainfall. And that's pretty much across much of the state. Heaviest rainfall looks to be in the eastern third of the state. Better chances for around an inch of rainfall there. Lastly, let's go ahead and hit up the 8 to 14 day. Strong signal for above average temperatures, and we're already kind of seeing the hints of that, right? This weekend, we talked about the 90s on the way. And then pretty decent signal for below average precipitation. So at this point, that's not a horrible thing. We just don't want it to go on for too long. You don't want to get that kind of flash drought type of thing, but we could use a little time to dry out for sure. Thanks for checking out this podcast. Always appreciate you guys listening and always appreciate your feedback too. You can hit me up on email, marcus.bailey@wishtv.com, and social media, Marcus Bailey Weather on Facebook, at Marcus Bailey on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it now, and Instagram as well. You can get the forecast for free anytime, 24 hours a day, wishtv.com and our Storm Track A weather app. And you can catch my forecast on the TV side on Wish TV's Daybreak, starting at 4 a.m. Monday through Friday. While you're here, make sure to check out all the other great podcasts, all part of the All Indiana Podcast Network. Have a wonderful week. We'll talk to you soon, and God bless.
Discover more from Storm Track 8 Weather and Wish TV online at wishtv.com, and when you follow Wish TV on Facebook. Plus, be sure to check out more great podcasts from the All Indiana Podcast Network now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.